Last week in Louisville, we got a chance to see a little bit of the NCAA college basketball fever as it slides into March Madness. But March heralds the start of another bracket I look forward to every year, and that's the Morning News' The Tournament of Books. Conceived, like all the best things in life, in a bar back in 2004 when three friends started talking about literary awards. Now on BookTube, we have a healthy discussion around literary awards, whether it's the Man Booker or more recently the Women's Prize for Fiction. We love debating about books that didn't make the cut, our predictions for books to go all the way, and our dark horse hopefuls. But back in 2004, literary awards could feel like a bunch of glad-handling bullshit. Secret decisions made in darkened rooms by secret cabals that all graduated from the same MFA program, shared the same literary agent or publisher. And so the idea came about that the tournament of books would be different, where the discussion of books would be its primary concern, and the judges would have to acknowledge any connection they had with the list of contenders. And right away, the creators acknowledged that pitting books against each other is patently absurd, but what isn't is championing books, arguing for your favorite read of the year, and that this discourse is part of a healthy literary culture. And what better way to do this than a March Madness-style bracket, pitting books against each other until you could crown a reigning champion. Finally, they needed a name for their award, and in true book nerd fashion, settled on The Rooster, after the short story by David Sedaris about his stoner, foul-mouthed younger brother, Paul, who liked to refer to himself as The Rooster.
The Rooster is what Paul calls himself when he's feeling threatened. Asked how he came up with the name, he says only,
"Certain motherfuckers think they can fuck with my shit, but you can't kill the rooster. You might can fuck them up sometimes, but bitch, nobody kills the motherfucking rooster. You know what I'm saying?"
Perfect. That first year, David Mitchell's Cloud Atlas would go on to win. His prize, a choice between a metaphorical or real live rooster. To the best of my knowledge, the only author that has demanded a live rooster has been Adam Johnson for his 2013 win with The Orphan Master's Son. And the tournament chugged along nicely, awarding metaphorical roosters to Ali Smith for The Accidental, Cormac McCarthy for The Road, and Junot Diaz for The Brief and Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde. And then, in a fit of naivety or overblown hubris, in 2009 they decided to turn on reader comments, and somehow it didn't manage to burst immediately into flame. And here now, in its 14th year of the Tournament of Books, comments are still turned on. And while things can get a little heated there, especially when a favorite is ousted, and last year there was a minor flare-up when a poor choice of words sparked an abortion debate in the comments section, if anything, we readers are a civilized tribe capable of healthy discourse. And that is part of the thing that I love about the Tournament of Books is the reader comments, regardless of what you think of the judge's decision, hell, whether you even read either of the books or not. So this year, as it does every year, the list started with a massive list of 72 books chosen back in November. And the organizers argue that this is completely inconsistent and arbitrary and is no way a best of the year compilation. That list of 72 included lots of books that didn't make the short list, including Emil Ferris's My Favorite Thing is Monsters, The Leavers by Lisa Ko, Wiki Wong's Chemistry, as well as Victor Laval's The Changeling. The short list of 18 books is chosen in January, and the list is fantastic, filled with some great reads. I was lucky enough that I had read half of the shortlist before it was even announced. I am looking forward to the inevitable matchups to come. And it's so arbitrary. It's left to the whims of individual judges who are given the unenviable task of advancing one book over two great selections. And it is completely and unapologetically subjective. Already, early favorite to go all the way, Lincoln in the Bardo, has already been ousted by the uber creepy fever dream by Samantha Swablin. That was followed up by Ishmael Muhammad, who is no less than a PhD candidate studying African American literature and exploring racial identity and cultural inheritance, spiking the made-for-him book White Tears in favor of Elif Bottomann's The Idiot. For him, the exploration of early love resonated far more than any book about race and cultural appropriation. By the time this video comes out, we'll see if my favorite to go all the way, Pachinko, gets ousted by the relatively unknown So Much Blue. And regardless of the outcome, I love watching the process laid bare for all to see. I mean, Ishmael's critique of White Tears was absolutely fantastic, and it wasn't simply oh, they're both so great, how can I choose between them? He also delves into what didn't work for him, and he wrestles with the thought process live for everyone to see that would eventually favor The Idiot. And while myself and many of the people in the comments section might disagree, how could you begrudge his close consideration and thoughtful process? And These critiques just make me green with envy. They are so closely considered and thoughtful, and I just love seeing this process laid bare for all to see. I'd love for Pachinko to take it home, but if I was to lay bets, it is Rachel Kong's Goodbye Vitamin to go all the way and win the Rooster this year. Regardless of the outcome, though, I always love watching the different matchups as they play out over the course of March. So, if you haven't already, go in, check out the Tournament of Books, dive into the comment section as well. We could use a lot more booktube representation there. And if you haven't already subscribed to the fantastic podcast, So Many Damn Books, go check them out. They'll be offering weekly color commentary of the tournament on their podcast as well. Their early favorite to go all the way, Lincoln in the Bardo, has already been ousted, but you never know. Saunders could always come back in the zombie round. And finally, thanks to all of you that offered your condolences over the loss of our friend last week. He truly lived a full and adventurous life, and I appreciate all your kind words. In the meantime, I hope you all have a great week of reading, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.